EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
It's safe, boys. Let's get a few yards on this play.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Jets defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Keep those sticks moving.
On second down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. The Broncos at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
To throw is Wilson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
On second down, here's Wilson. Taken in by Dulcich. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right now.
Now Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
4 inches, let's go. 14. Play like you mean it.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Watts is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they'll settle for just a field goal.
I have to think that maybe they were a little closer. That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. There's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Conklin's first season in New York saw him match his production from Minnesota almost to the number. And the Jets, they will happily continue to take those numbers as he delivers again with a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Here's Rodgers to throw. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, Marvin Mims fighting his way through contact. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how a drive you're supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The slot man in motion right. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, and he did. This 2nd and 4. He completes it to Wilson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Going right back to Wilson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! From a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here is 3rd and 5.
All right, boys, let's keep it up. Keep it up, keep it up.
Get six, baby, get six.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That's caught. This is a Banacanda. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through.
He's got him in, complete. Through the middle of the field, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 77 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. That's for the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And he's caught downfield. It's Waller.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
He finds Wilson.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half.
That defense can't stop you.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
They'll give to Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers to throw on second down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And again, it's Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go.
That
score. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11, 28-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throwing is Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And now look at this. Big gain but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Cobb goes in motion left. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide. But and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A huge play there for Denver, 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack,
And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Going right back to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers again now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
You got more where that came from.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Wilson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it rolling, boys. That's it. Keep it rolling. 14, 14, run it. Move down like lawnmowers, baby.
Now it's Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Don't let us down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, things aren't looking